Hi, my name is Nishesh and I have around 17 years of experience in IT industry with companies like CDOT, Motorola, Avaya, Global Logic, Nokia Solutions and some of the security startups. I have worked on technologies like cloud virtualization, NFV using OpenStack and AWS. I have spent significant amount of time in telecom technologies like 4G, VoLTE, IMS, SBC and worked with signaling protocols like SIP, Voice over IP, H323, SS7 and as a programmer I have worked on C++ language initially, then I worked on Java and Python mostly on the Linux platform, right? So why I am here today? Like as part of my experience in various organizations, I have taken hundreds of interview starting from freshers to mid senior to senior level, and the experience which I have gained can be of value to you, right? So the experience can be helpful to you while you are preparing for your campus placement, or if you are not able to fetch a job during your campus placement, then this experience can be helpful while you are applying for walk-ins post graduation, or even for the folks which are in their initial part of career and they are looking for a change from one company to other company. As a fresher, there is a tremendous pressure on a fresh grad in getting into the IT industry, right, to get to fetch a good job. But at the same time, there is a widespread dissatisfaction amongst employer as well. Why is that dissatisfaction? That is because they do not find the competency what they are looking for in the students while they come for campus placement, right? So building competency is not a single day job. It requires a lot of effort from initial part of your graduation itself. But one thing is clear, that there is no lack of job in market for freshers. What requires is developing a good competency, right? So I would be helping you in kind of understanding that what it takes to be at right place, and what good steps, what steps one can take to get into the industry. So let's talk about challenges. One of the challenge I see student faces is the lack of focus, right? So what does it mean? Like as a student, you might be interested in various things. For example, let's say you are interested in Java, but at the same time, if your friend is working on Python, if he is learning Python, then probably you cannot afford to ignore Python, right? So you would also like to learn Python. In terms of technology, you might be interested in knowing what is happening around. So what is cloud, what is IoT, what's happening in technology arena. So it's good to be aware, right? It's not that you should not know all these things, but what requires is that you need to focus on particular things. So what I would suggest is like pick fewer things and get some expertise in those things. Do some hands-on programming, do some hands-on stuff, and try to gain expertise. So that way you will be more confident while you are facing your interview, right? Most of the companies, when they interview, they look for some content with the depth. So if you have expertise in some of the area, then that can help you kind of fetching good numbers in the interview. The trick here is to focus on fewer things and highlight them in your CV. So let's say if you are interested in Java, so do some hands-on programming in Java, try to take some projects in Java and know the things around Java, like the related libraries, APIs and frameworks in Java, and mention that in your CV. So the keyword Java should come more often in your CV, right? So if that happens, then the interviewer looks at your CV and might be tempted to ask asked more things in Java and would be interested in knowing what all things you have done in Java. That way you will get more time to show your skill in Java, right? So other way is to wait for interviewer to ask your favorite subject. At this point of time, you can bring in Java into your discussion, and you, in this case, you will feel more confident while facing the interview. On contrary, if you have spent more time on learning various things, various programming language, then at the time of interview, you will not be confident to pick any particular language when the interviewer asks to pick your favorite subject. So now talking about the challenges which the employer face while recruiting the students. One of the challenge employer faces, there is a vast gap between what happens in industry and what student knows during their graduation, right? So as a student, while you are learning programming languages, you might be working on writing some of the programs related to, let's say, Fibonacci series or tic-tac-toe or Tower of Hanoi. So these programs are good for basic logic building, but when it comes to interview, the companies are not interested in knowing these program, but you might be surprised when the interviewer asks to when the interviewer asks you to write a program on linked list, right? So as an interviewer, by the way, linked list is one of my favorite topics. So I asked linked list not even at fresher level, but even at senior level. The level of difficulty for the programs might vary, but the data structure is one thing which cannot be ignored if you want to get a good job in your campus placement. So we'll be talking on many more things when it comes to how we can get a good job. So this is just the start. So I will be putting on many more videos which will help you in understanding. So mainly my videos would be focused on the technical aspect of interview, but I would also be helping you understand some soft skill aspect as well while preparing your interview and while appearing in front of the interviewer. So the journey is going to be long, right? So I would be talking on socket programming, I would be talking on multi-threading, I would be talking on data structures, I would be talking on various technologies like cloud, like WebRTC. So the journey is going to be long, as I said. So stay tuned with me, and wish you good luck and success.